Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. Today we're doing a love reading for you and your person. We're going to do a 9-card spread, and we're going to find out the general energies that are affecting each of you as well as your feelings for one another. First card out is the One Ring Circus, and that one was in reverse. Next card out was the Rock Bottom, and that one was upright. So this is your general energy on your side, Scorpio, and then we're going to pull your person's general energy. Okay, so your person gets Cleaning House and Wizard of Awareness. So right away what I'm getting here, Scorpio, is that your person is doing an energetic cleansing of some sort. They're trying to find direction at this time. So the energy of the connection is one of recalibration at this time. There are things forming in the background between you and this person energetically. So there's a lot of undetermined energy, a lot of unknowns between you and this person. And it has to do with the fact that your person is unsure of a direction and is unsure of how they feel internally. So they're trying to clean up something about the way they feel that they can't quite understand about themselves. They're almost disconnected from their own guidance system because they're not being able to receive the emotional inputs that they're receiving. They're getting the emotional feedback about how they feel with regards to your connection, but they're not understanding the message. So there's something about that, about them having to do some kind of spiritual cleansing or trying to reconnect to their own guidance system or emotions at this time. And so there's a lot of unknown in the connection. There's a lot going on in the ethereal realm here, but not so much going on in the physical. And then for you, with the One Ring Circus in reverse and Rock Bottom, I think you're feeling a little bit at a loss when it comes to romantic connections at this time, Scorpio. When we get the Rock Bottom card, it indicates it couldn't get any worse for you at this time. So you may be going through a low where you feel like you've failed at connecting romantically, either with this person or in general. With the One Ring Circus coming in reverse for you, though, it feels like your goal would be not to remain single forever because you have this One Ring Circus in reverse. It's not that you feel alone. So I'm getting 2 messages here. It's not that you feel alone or lonely. You feel fine standing by yourself and being single. I'm not saying that you feel like you need somebody in your life right now and that person just isn't coming. But I feel here with the One Ring Circus in reverse that you also would prefer to be in a romantic connection at this time. So while you're not feeling alone or lonely, you are single. If this is your reading, you are likely single at this time. And so this is somebody that you're not committed with, you're not formally in a connection with just yet. All right, let's pull some additional background energies and then we'll jump into the 9-card spread for the tarot. All right, for your person, we get the water symbol with the number 18. And so your person could be a water sign. They could be Cancer, Scorpio, or they could be Pisces. However, it doesn't have to mean that that's their sun sign. It could also indicate that they're very deep, emotionally deep. They get very emotionally invested. They feel things very deeply. And so they're cautious about opening up because of that. All right. So that's just your person's energy. They're coming up as some kind of either water sign or somebody who really feels emotions very deeply. And so they're very careful about moving things forward when it comes to romance because they know how deeply you could wound them or how deeply they can fall for someone, etc. All right. On your side, we get knowledge with the number 34. That reduces to a 7. And we get boundaries. Okay, so what you've been working on, Scorpio, is on how to set healthier boundaries, on how to be true to yourself while you're entering a romantic connection. So whether that has to do with this specific person or in general for your relationships, that's what you've been working on. Your current lesson is working on how to stay grounded as you come together romantically with another person and understanding how not to lose yourself in that process, how not to dishonor yourself during that process. Yes, there's give and take. Yes, there's compromise. But there are certain boundaries that you in the past have not set up for yourself that have made you feel confused or made you feel like you were neglecting yourself in some way at the expense of yourself to please another person. And so you're trying to get grounded and understand how to better approach relationships in general or with this particular person, so that you don't feel like you're betraying yourself, your needs, your desires as you're coming together with this person, and also honoring their needs and desires. So I guess that's really where you guys are at right now. And it seems like the energy of the connection is at some kind of impasse because there's so many moving parts and variables, and perhaps you've had some differences. You're at a pause. So it's not that this connection is over or that it will never move forward, but you're definitely at this pause where each of you has gone in your own direction to reassess, how did this person make me feel? Why did they make me feel this way? Why did I react this way? And you're taking space to regroup. So I sense that in this connection, you're not necessarily physically together or speaking right now, but you are definitely still connected. And there's no animosity that I'm picking up here. There's just this type of self-assessment going on, and you're mirroring that energy where this person is self-assessing and cleaning out their emotions. They've got some emotional baggage that they need to explore and understand and connect to be able to then approach you. And likewise, you have some situation that's causing you to reflect on, how do I uphold my boundaries? How do I honor myself as I enter connection here romantically, while also honoring the other person? So some of you may have struggled in the past with people-pleasing tendencies, or just with not speaking up about your needs or desires in past relationships or with this person. And that's something that's coming up for you as what you've been mulling over and trying to stand firm in before you move things forward, whether it's this person in particular or in general. So now we're going to pull the cards for your person to see how they feel about you and how they see you. We get the Green Man, the Moon on water. So again, lots of emotion, lots of water energy here. And in your person's situation, a bit of confusion and lack of clarity. There's a bit of mystery. It's like their emotions are a mystery to themselves. So they're feeling a mix of feelings here that they are having a really hard time understanding. You've evoked some kind of emotional cocktail in them that they're very surprised by and that they're very unfamiliar with. Next, you get the Wheel and the Six of Vessels for your person. So this person is hoping that there will be some type of reconciliation with you if there's been space or distance. This person wants to get to a place of emotional stability and peace within themselves. And they haven't found that just yet, but they're definitely working towards it. Clarifying the Wheel is the Ten of Vessels, happiness. This is similar to the Ten of Cups. And so this person does not question whatsoever how happy they would be if things could work out with you and them. So they see you as their Ten of Cups. They see you as their happy ending. They see you as the person that they could make a life with, that they could journey through this current lifetime with happily, right? You would bring the best out of them. You're somebody who makes them smile, who makes them feel good about themselves, who brings joy into their life. And they see you as somebody who's very deep, devoted, and highly respectable and respected, right? So this person admires you, cares about you. That doesn't mean they're talking to you. That doesn't mean they're reaching out at this time, because they're literally drowning in their own emotional baggage right now. So they're trying to clean up those emotions. They're really just trying to understand why this cocktail of emotions is coming up for them. So we won't dive a whole lot deeper into that in this video, but if you want a bonus reading, Scorpio, make sure to drop a comment for me, drop a heart, let me know you want a bonus. And if I get hearts or likes, I'll go ahead and drop another bonus for you. Or you can even feel free to drop a specific question if you want me to dive deeper into what the cocktail of emotions is or what they're trying to sort through. But for now, we're going to jump to and see at the bottom we have the Hooded Man with the number 9, which is like the Hermit energy. So that's what your person is doing right now. If you haven't heard from them, Scorpio, it's because they are very much trying to sort out their feelings at this time. And they don't have the tools or the understanding yet to figure out why they're feeling the way they're feeling. But it doesn't affect how much they care about you. They definitely care very deeply for you. I do see that here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups. All right. So jumping into your side, let's see how you're feeling about this situation or this person. I get strong single energy. First card out was the Nine of Pentacles upright. So you're definitely single at this time. That's the first thing you wanted to say out of the gate, Scorpio. Knight of Cups and the Nine of Wands. All right, so You feel that there's been some defensiveness from this person or some distance, and you have tried to extend an offer to this person in the past. It seems like you guys tried to date at least once before, but I do show you very prominently single. So you're thinking of yourself as single, even if this person is intertwined in your energy at the moment. You don't feel that there is enough of a connection there to say that you're together in a romantic sense. Yet here they come up in your reading, so there is a strong romantic connection there, even if it's not acknowledged in the physical realm or in words. Here's that energy that I got with the One Ring Circus card. And this one almost wanted to come out in reverse. It's the Five of Pentacles energy. There's this, I'm going to put it sideways, because there's this slight sense of feeling disappointed or feeling left out in the cold. That's what the Five of Pentacles really represents here. But as you see, these people are walking right next to a church and they could have easily gone inside. So you feel with the Five of Pentacles, this could be us energy. We could have made this into something great, but you keep your walls up. What I'm picking up from you as your experience with this person. So your experience has been that they keep their walls up, that they keep you at a distance somehow. Every time you've tried, if it's been more than once, to express your feelings or to really be vulnerable with this person, you've been met with some resistance. And for you, that's disappointing. It feels like they can be a little bit cold sometimes towards you because you're not feeling that same reciprocated warmth and open vulnerability from them. Next, we have the Ace of Wands, the Three of Swords, but in reverse, the Queen of Swords to the Six of Pentacles. All right. So Scorpio, if you're honest with yourself, you feel a little bit betrayed by this person. You feel a little bit emotionally wounded by this person. Here's the Moon energy for you. They also got the Moon here. So I think that you couldn't help but open up to this person. I feel that you may have opened up to this person, perhaps expecting that they would open up right back. And then when they didn't, that kind of hurt. And again, I want to stress that this was not because they don't care about you, because they don't like you. It's very much about how confused they feel emotionally and how disconnected they feel from their own emotional messaging. So when they're receiving emotional impulses and nudges, they're receiving them as confusion. They're receiving them as overwhelm. They're not really able to understand the signals that they're getting or the reactions that they're having to your energy, to your presence in their life. So this could be somebody that's very not used to connecting with others or hasn't had time to really mature emotionally enough to understand themselves. And so you're sensing and picking up the boundary that this person's setting up. You're sensing the walls that they've created to their heart. And in a way, it hurt you because you had already offered your heart freely to this person. And so you feel that the connection emotionally lacks a bit of balance, and you almost take that as a rejection or as some kind of betrayal because you expect reciprocity. You've been honest with this person. You may have already expressed to this person that you wanted something more, something meaningful, and something balanced in this connection, especially when it comes to being open and vulnerable and investing emotionally. But so far, I'm going to clarify the Ace of Wands to see what's going on there. But I think so far you feel like your feelings have not been matched. Your openness and vulnerability has not been matched by this person. All right, that's a background story. We get the World. And let's see what the side message for the Ace of Wands. We get this Sword, the Ace of Swords. We get the Hangman. We get the Page of Wands. We get the Sun. And we get the Magician. So I feel like from a physical perspective, this person was somebody that highly attracted your attention. This is somebody that you almost put on a pedestal or idolized as the perfect ideal partner for you. You felt like you drew this person into your life. They almost manifested into your life as the person you would have picked out of a catalog that you would have designed specifically that way yourself. It's almost like the sense that they were made specifically for you. That's when you first met. But it was all very magnetic physical attraction. It was before you really knew this person intimately, before you had much conversation. But you feel like the excitement and the anticipation and expectation that you held in your physical body, in your interactions with this person at the beginning of the connection, You feel that if you're honest with yourself, you feel that that was a lot of verbal communication and flirting, but not a lot of emotional presence. And so you're trying to remain grounded and not put this person into a what they could be category, and trying to focus on what they're actually giving you right now. So you're trying to stay present in the knowing that although they seem like they could be or have the potential to be your ideal romantic partner, they still haven't shown up that way. They still haven't, because of the boundaries they set, because of this Nine of Wands energy that they've presented to you. There's a blockage of some kind that hasn't allowed this connection to really progress. And it's in the heart chakra space, it's in the emotional space, and it requires this person to really clean up their energy, to really understand their own emotions. And it requires you to set healthy boundaries, to honor yourself and respect yourself during this process. So I think what you guys need now is space and grace to get through these couple of lessons that you're running into in this connection. But let's see what your guidance is, Scorpio. See what Spirit says. So we get trust. It says this situation is calling for you to have faith. And it says give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. One more. Oh, actually, I just noticed there's a few that are already flipped. So engagement, heart-to-heart conversations, and free yourself. All right, so I do get here that you're dealing with an ego wound where you feel the need to run away from this because the space and distance this person has created feels too much at times for you, because you feel rejected by their silence, you feel rejected by the need, but their need for space, right? And so there's a part of you that is, from an ego perspective, wanting to run away from this, wanting to lean on your pride to just say, well, if they haven't reached out, then they must not care about me, or they must not value me in the same way that I did them. So there's something here about that to watch out for, Scorpio, because as I see in your reading, this person's just working through something that they need time to process emotionally. I don't see any animosity here. I don't see them exploring other options. I don't see them being ingenuine. So just keep that in mind. Spirit is bringing that up for a reason for you to consider and think about and sit with. And then it says trust in the middle. So trust that this situation can work out in a very positive manner. Trust that the person's intentions towards you are long-term, that they actually do have true feelings for you and care about you. And have the courage to engage this person in heart-to-heart conversations. But this is also something that your person has to have the courage to do with you. It isn't something you can request or require or push them into. It is something that you invite them to talk about. And so when they're ready, you can openly have a heart-to-heart conversation with them. But before they're ready, I would advise you not to push them to have that conversation, because you won't get a clear answer. You won't get an honest one if you don't let them process all their feelings first. All right. So that's all that I have for you today, Scorpio. Thank you for being here, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.